So here I'm going to show you how to make the basic puppet. It starts off with one sheet of standard paper, 8 by 11. We then take that and we fold it over like so. We're doing this because we need to make a square sheet of paper and a separate sheet of paper that will be used for another purpose later. We usually fold the paper, crease it very well so that we can then tear the paper. You could easily use scissors or even buy origami paper which already has a square shape, but then you would have to use another sheet for the second part of the puppet. You can see I'm creasing it several times so I get a nice clean separation when I tear the paper. Clean edges make for a nicer puppet. Now we have two separate pieces of paper. With the square sheet, we then fold again. These creases help guide the further folding of the puppet. It makes everything nice and even and balanced. We then fold the corners into the center. We're doing this creates a smaller square eventually. All the corners folded in towards the center. Try not to have any of the paper pieces overlapping with each other. It's best to have them either a little bit apart. Overlapping can cause issues later on. So each leaf or fold should be separate from the others. No overlaps. As you can see, we have a small square, and each one of these are not touching each other. Nice clean folds. We then turn the sheet of paper over. And following the same rules, folding from towards the center, we fold two corners in. Again, you don't want to overlap any of these folds. So it's vital to having a very good clean puppet. Now we're going to shape the puppet's body. As you can see here, you can kind of start to see the puppet shape developing. You put this down and we'll fold, sort of like making an airplane, the two sides inward. Again, try not to overlap any of the other folds. Do this on the other side. At this point you really can see how the puppet's going to look. We then fold the one corner in And we end up with a small rectangle. And we're almost done at this point. And then we'll turn this paper over. These next two folds are a little bit more difficult. It's hard to see here, unfortunately. You want to fold the corner out to the end corner here while holding down the bottom fold of paper. This will probably take you some practice. It's not something that I easily picked up at first. The same on the other side. Well, these two folds will form the eyes and the ears of the puppet. So right at this point, we're basically done with the puppet. We just have to do some forming. So, lift up. This is the mouth. And there you go. You have puppet. Now, we want to form the controls for the puppet. This is a simple paper stick. This is made by folding the extra sheet of paper twice in half to form this long paper. At the end, you want to fold a little section down about 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch. As you can see, I'm not exactly happy. Now this is the control for the basic puppet. Now there's actually a more advanced control which I developed for this puppet. This is what I started with. Now you fold the mouth on, and as you can see there's a little bit of a slit underneath. What would be about the neck of that puppet. And you slide a sheet of paper in underneath there, and fold the mouth so that it increases the mouth so it sits out. So there you are, your puppet's done. Unless you want to add some little highlights. As you see with most of my puppets that I do, I like to add some eyes. Here's a crane. And I also like to color the inside of the mouth to add some contrast. This makes it easier for people, especially with these white puppets, for the people to see the mouth moving. Fold the mouth back down. And you can operate the puppet by simply pulling this control sticks gently down. And this causes the mouth to close. I find that this is a little counterintuitive, but with some practice, you can do a good talking puppet. And that's basically it. You now have a talking puppet, paper puppet.